Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, as you notice today, I am dressed very ethnic. This particular style of dress is worn in Africa, in Ghana, and Nigeria by the more mature ladies. The other young ladies wear very snug dresses, let's put it that way. So this is a Nigerian, a dress from Ghana. The top is called a dashiki, and it's worn with a skirt or pants, and it's worn by both men and women. The head wrap started out as a protective source for the hair for slaves working out in the fields. Also, the different colors were worn by different age groups. And then when a young woman reached puberty, she put a scarf on her head as a symbol to let the other men know that she was old enough to get married and have children. Today, this style, you will see some of us wearing this today. Some African American women wearing it today. And it's a fashion statement. But it comes from us wearing a headdress on our heads from slavery time until now. And matter of fact, most of us African American women, we tie our hair up similar to this at night when we go to sleep. It's just a little fact for you. Well, the title of this message, I guess, it's a message and informative information, is from the slave ship to citizenship to leadership. Being brought to America from Africa over 400 years ago, there are still many struggles that African Americans have to face in order to be free human beings even today. African American slaves have had many people helping them to gain their freedom. One of the most important people helping the slaves to gain their freedom are us, the Quakers. They were the main masters on the Underground Railroad. And without their help, my people would have struggled a lot longer to get to freedom. One of the most important groups, some of them were stationed on the free side as well as on the side where it wasn't free, the Quakers helping. Here in North Carolina, Levi Coffin, a Quaker in New Garden community, was a great help. I personally, Diane Faison, went down into the woods in the wintertime as Harriet and went down to what some of the students call the Freedom Tree. This tree is believed to be 250, almost 300 years old. And at this tree, slaves would come through Coffin's property, and he would let them know that they could rest there because there was running water there, stream, and he would bring them food so they could rest and eat before they went on to their next stop. I got a feeling sitting there in that atmosphere up against that tree, I could feel my ancestors' spirits surrounding me. Some important people that helped slaves to freedom were people that you wouldn't even think about. Quaker Thomas Garrett, known as the station master, has said to have helped over 2,700 slaves to freedom in Delaware. Quaker Isaac Hopper, I think it's Hopper. What David, is it Hopper or Hooper?
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
Is to believe to help 1,000 slaves over a period of 40 years. He also volunteered as the overseer at the first school, the Benzat School for Colored Children. He was very interested in the education of the children. Today, our black, brown, and tan faces are a big part of our society as free people. Now, today, some of you all are going to read some of the facts that you might not know of how African Americans have come and stepped out the slave ship to help our society grow. Number one, would you stand up and read yours?
Yes, this one affects each of our daily lives, for sure. The modern toilet, called the porcelain throne, was invented by Thomas Elkins.
Okay. Number two. Number two. Okay, now.
Oops.
I'm sorry.
In 1892, the clothes dryer was invented by George Sampson.
Thank him too. Yeah.
Number three.
George Crumb, a chef, created the potato chip.
Oh my.
Yay!
Number four.
The traffic light was invented by Garrett Morgan.
That's right. He saved a lot of lives with that.
Mm.
And that potato chip, he had cooked potatoes many years as a chef. And he got complaints about the potatoes weren't done enough. So when some customers sent it back. So he said, I'm gonna make it real done this time. And he sliced the potatoes thin and he fried them to a crisp. Gave them back, and that customer loved them. Like I do. So that's the story of the potato chip. At this point, I would like to talk to you about my personal experiences here.
Wait, we got one more.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Number
five.
five, yeah.
Number five. I'm sorry.
John Purdy invented the gas mask.
Yes.
And that
And
saved
that-
lives,
Saved
sure.
lives.
That saved a lot of lives. Yes, it did. So now we know some things we didn't know that African Americans, and it's not always publicized about what my people have done or invented as much.
Especially in Florida.
In the South, period. As a child here in Winston-Salem, I lived in the area of town on Cameron Avenue off of 311. As a child, I was not allowed to drink out of any water fountain. Matter of fact, at that time, downtown, Sears and Roebuck, it's not It used to be Sears and Roebuck. Now it's just Sears. We were in there. I was thirsty. Pulled away from my mother. Went to the water fountain to drink. My mother ran and almost had a heart attack because I was drinking from the white water fountain. My question was at that time, do they have different water? But she pointed out the sign to me, colored and white. My people have been titled many names: Negroes, colored, African Americans, blacks. So, as a little girl, I also went to segregated schools. Never went to an integrated school. The only time that I might have been part of a school that had white faces were at St. Bennet Catholic School, where the nuns were white. There were stores here in Winston-Salem that blacks could not go in and shop. The experience I had, my mother was a Native American that married a black man. As about 9, I guess, we were shopping downtown near Church Street, downtown. My mother liked to have her suits tailor made because she ran one of the theaters that blacks could only go to. We couldn't go to any theater. So she always wanted to look nice. That particular day she had me with her, and she went to the store to go in to tell them what she wanted and what alterations she needed. So as she was holding my hand and we were getting ready to go through the door, the lady said, "My maiden name is Speece. Miss Speece, you can come in, but you got to leave the little colored child outside."
Oh.
So my mother said, "This is my child, and I will never enter your door again." So my mother was allowed to go in, but I couldn't because I was the little colored child. But we have come a long way. In the 60s, I protested along with the instructions that Martin Luther King would send here to Winston-Salem about our protests and how to act when we were beat, when we were spit on, and when we were drugged to jail. I took part in that so I could eat at K&W. So I connected with Harriet. I fought hard for rights like Harriet did. So I couldn't, when you all see me do Harriet, I feel her. Because a little bit of part of me did that too. Today, African Americans have become a significant part of our society. And I did not think I would ever live to see a black president. When that happened, I just cried. I cried. Because like I said, we've come from the slave ship, the citizenship, to leadership. In Isaiah chapter 58, verse 6, it is said, "Is not this fast that I chose to loose the bonds of wickedness, to undo the straps of the yoke, to let oppressed go free, and to break every yoke?" This is still a question asked today, even though the bonds and the chains are not actual physical things. There are still chains and bonds mentally, emotionally, and culturally in our society. These things need to be erased. Those negative thoughts need to be erased. As I protested as a young person in nonviolent protests in the 60s, being able to eat wherever I chose, go to any school of my choice, and to see the election of a black president, you must admit, humongous changes have happened with the help of many. And many more negative racial issues need to be erased with positive changes. We as Americans, we should be like a salad. We combine greens and red and yellow peppers, black olives, brown mushrooms, white onions, and many more ingredients that make the salad something that is beautiful. Even though all these ingredients are mixed together, each ingredient sustains its own unique flavor, but combined makes an enjoyable dish. We are those different colored ingredients, but together we are beautiful, and culturally we are nutritious, helping to make our society healthy. Now, today I'm going to try to play a song that we, in the past, and even now, we play this song a lot at our celebrations because it says so much. I hope you can hear it.
Keep on talking, marching on the freedom lane. Ain't gonna let injustice turn me round, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let injustice turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on the freedom lane. Ain't gonna let division turn me round, turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let division turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking,
Keep on talking.
marching on the freedom lane. We're gonna let revolution turn us round, turn us around, turn us around. We're gonna let revolution turn us round. We're gonna keep on walking,
Keep on walking.
keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on to freedom.
Yeah, we're going to march to freedom land. It's going to come one day when we're all going to be together and it's not going to be all this injustice. Thank you. All my paraphernalia here.